Hey everyone, and welcome to day 18 of my horror movie review marathon, and I've got the Prodigy movie review. A mom is concerned about her son, and I swear I have seen this type of movie before. Or did I? So as far as the story goes, Nicholas McCarthy directs this horror movie, where it starts off very intriguing, and the filming in the dark made the opening more terrifying, and I literally didn't know what to expect. I'd only seen the trailer once, and then I never looked back. So then I just knew that I had to eventually watch this movie. I literally was going in this movie practically blind, and with movies like The Omen and even Brightburn, this one also has a boy born not quite acting normally, but everyone says that he's advanced for his age, so it's kind of crazy how we get this concept seen in another horror movie, and then it just gets even crazier when he starts speaking in tongues, so you know that that is where the nightmare begins. While the concept of a potentially possessed kid seemed normal for the horror genre, the execution is subpar when the plot goes in all kinds of directions that one might not expect. But the problem is that they barely get down to the root of the origins of the plot, and I found that to be a missed opportunity. Now, as far as the casting goes, you've got Taylor Schilling, who is the mom in this movie, and of course I know her most popularly from Orange is the New Black, and I think she definitely did a good job here, considering I'd never seen her in a role quite like this. Peter Mooney plays the dad, and I thought he was also good as well, even though some scenes I feel like might not have been his best, especially when he was interacting with the kid. And speaking of whom, Jackson Robert Scott plays Miles, and I did not even realize this was the same kid who played Georgie from those It movies, and I thought in this movie he was crazy good. I mean, I was actually terrified by this kid, probably more so than Damien from The Omen, and that's saying a lot. I would also like to mention Colm Feore, who was great in his role as this sort of specialist that was trying to help out Miles, and he actually has this track record of being in some horror movies like Stephen King's Storm of the Century and even The Exorcism of Emily Rose, but we're not really going to talk about that movie. So the things that I liked about this movie was that even though sometimes this movie feels slow, the tension builds to the point where I freaked out when something scary popped up on screen, because there are times when I don't even know that it's coming. And then when it does, I'm like, oh no, it happened! It just freaked me out so bad. And it was effective some of the time. But unfortunately, the things that I didn't really like about this movie was that while some things happening in this movie were unsettling to watch, I wasn't completely scared by what I saw. And there are a lot of things that don't make sense, especially towards the end of the movie, and I don't know if they just couldn't figure out how to end it. But then again, this movie as a whole doesn't do a good job at fleshing out pretty important details. I did not want to see this turn into a whole series of movies. And while I was shocked by the ending, I didn't like how it had a potential to open up for a sequel. But quite frankly, the way it was headed doesn't need to be told twice, since we wouldn't be surprised by anything next time around. So overall, I would say that, like I said, going into this movie, I didn't know what to expect, but some things freaked me out and other things didn't. So I may still recommend this movie just because it's very different yet also familiar. So I would give this 3 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of The Prodigy, and come back tomorrow for day 19 of my horror movie review marathon. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Trail Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.